A humanitarian crisis is shaping up at the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region as more ethnic Armenians flee as a result of mortal foe Azerbaijan taking control of the area. VOA's Veronica Balderas Iglesias reports on the worsening crisis after Azerbaijan took control of the breakaway territory last week.
After Azerbaijan forced the Nagorno-Karabakh separatists to lay down their weapons last week, it promised it would protect the rights of the territory's ethnic Armenian residents. Thousands of them, however, are skeptical and have decided to flee. Many share their stories while awaiting an uncertain future in the Armenian town of Kornizor.
It took us around 24 hours to reach here. The child asked for a loaf of bread, but we didn't have it.
$11.5 million in humanitarian assistance were pledged Tuesday by the United States Agency for International Development.
This assistance will be used to provide everything from food to psychosocial support, given, again, the grave psychological wounds that so many citizens are carrying.
Several people who were trying to flee and were injured during Monday's explosion at a fuel depot in Nagorno-Karabakh are still hospitalized and receiving treatment for their wounds. Diplomatic efforts are underway at the highest levels with the government of Azerbaijan to try to calm the situation, said U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller.
The Secretary spoke again to President Aliyev today and underscored the urgency of no further hostilities, that there be unconditional protections and freedom of movement for civilians, that there be unhindered humanitarian access to Nagorno-Karabakh.
The Armenian government will need to promptly mobilize its resources to help the displaced. Kerry Kavanaugh, former U.S. co-chair of OSCE's Minsk group, told VOA.
It's not a good thing for Armenia to try to accommodate the needs of suddenly up to 100 and something thousand people across the border in a panic with very little with them. So I think we're at a pivotal point right now, and we won't know for a few days how this plays out.
In the meantime, the United Nations Refugee Agency said it will continue to provide support to the Armenian government, while at the same time calling for the protection of civilians in accordance with international humanitarian and refugee law. Veronica Balderas Iglesias, VOA News.